Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
All right, episode 11. We got Satanic Panic this week. I'm your host, John, along with.
Dilla Bugs.
Glad that we could have you on here this week, Boog. I know Big Al was looking forward to filling in if you couldn't make it for this one. He enjoys the comedy.
I made it.
Yeah, you did. You did it, bud.
I made it.
What else is new? What's been going on with you, bud?
I've been thinking of nicknames. I think I'm gonna call Al Lord Farquaad. Farquaad.
I thought
Farquid?
you were talking about nicknames for yourself. I was like, isn't Boog a nickname? Actually, you have so many nicknames. I don't even know what your real name is.
Yeah. Just call me Bug. Bugless. Bugless Gump. Dillip Gump. You can call me Catholic Butthole or the Pain Machine. I'll answer to any of them.
Oh shit, the Catholic butthole. Well, I'll tell you what, the Catholic butthole would not be appreciating this one this week. There is a lot of satanic imagery.
If there's penetration at the end of the week, Catholic community, Catholic Butthole does not mind it.
All right, anyway, back to it. So, other than you coming up with ridiculous nicknames, anything new happening in the world of Boog?
Yeah, I got a really bad pinched nerve in my back, and I either have to be standing or laying down, or so.
I don't know why that
I-
made me laugh. I'm sorry, Boog, but
I-
it's just funny to picture because you just standing all the time. I don't know. That'd be funny.
I decided to go the fun way. I decided to lay down everywhere. It's not planking. I just got a bad back.
Well, I'll keep that in mind if I see you out somewhere and you're just laying flat on the ground.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even look suspicious either. I mean, I'd be like, "Okay, that's just Boog."
Yeah. Hey, we know that guy. He can't read.
Thought you were working on that.
It's unreal. Well, I tried. I tried ABC Mouse, but you have to pay for it, and they don't pay me at Home Depot.
Let's get into the cast director here. So, Satanic Panic came out September 6, 2019. VOD services. About an hour and a half long. Horror comedy here. Directed by Chelsea Stardust. If we took a look at her past history, so she really hasn't directed too many things on her own, but she does have a little bit of a horror background. She's been an assistant on some of the productions for a lot of Blumhouse productions, like most of the Insidious movies.
I thought that's Bloomhouse.
Blum.
Oh. Or I can't read.
That's hey, you're working on it, buddy. It's like Sinister stuff like that. So she's around the set. I thought she did a pretty solid job on this. The movie looked good, flowed well. So I'd be interested to see if more that she directed. It looks like on Hulu that they're Into the Dark series. She did All That We Destroy. That's another series. I mean, there's not enough hours in the day, but I definitely want to check out because I've heard there are a few good ones. And I think there's one called like Pilgrim. There's a bunch of them, but I just haven't got around to checking it out. But I'd be interested to see what else she does in the future here. Story was written by Grady Hendrix. Also hasn't done too much else. A few smaller things here. He wrote Mohawk. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a Mohawk is, but I don't know about that movie. And then we get down to the cast here. You got some notables in here. Rebecca Romaine. She's famous. She used to be before Jennifer Lawrence took over in the X-Men series. So like I think X X-Men X2 and then X-Men Last Stand. She played. Uh, why am I drawing a blank? What was it?
Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah.
Mm.
Also, she used to be married to John Stamos. Good for John Stamos. I guess now a little trivia for this: her husband, current husband's in this movie, Jerry O'Connell. He actually plays her husband in this movie. Um, but he's most notable for when he was younger. He what was it? Stand by Me, the Stephen King one. He was the fat kid. He was the fat kid. He turned out to be like a good looking dude. Like that's a real. Someone should make a movie about that. Boog.
That's how it always happens. I'm still waiting for my shining moment.
Well, you'd be reversed, dude, because you've always been like a stick person.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
Boog,
been a
you
twig.
got the frame for it. Can you blow up? Can you be on that like TLC, like My 600 Pound Life?
I don't get the frame for it. You don't have to have the frame for that. You just have to be
Last
fat.
episode, you told me you were 700 feet. You're 700, 7 feet tall. You get the frame for it, bud.
You got to understand, like, if I gained a lot of weight, like, so Shaq right now is like 7'1", 325 pounds, and he doesn't look fat. He's just big.
Boog, you're out here shacked in a fool. All right, so let's get into some more of the cast here. So Rebecca Romaine, she plays the main like villain, like the um, head of the cult. Well, it's which made up all the rich people, whatever.
Danica Ross.
Yeah, there you go. Danica.
Danica.
Your main protagonist, played by Haley Griffith. She plays Sam Kraft. I'm really sure what else she's been in. She did look familiar. Let's take a look here. Looks like she is in a lot of other smaller movies. She was she was in an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, so got that going for her. I thought she did a solid job. I'd like to see her in more roles.
I guess.
I also got the number 2 for the bad guy, Gypsy Nurmer. She just goes by Gypsy. So played by Arden Marion. She's been on a few things, mostly TV shows like Shameless, Orange is the New Black. She played a pretty good like conniving like side character there. So that's one thing with this. I felt for the most part, most people they did well in their roles. Another notable one, the daughter of Danica, Judy. She was played by Ruby Modine, who you might know from Happy Death Day 1 and 2. No spoilers, but spoilers, she was the killer in the first one. When I was watching this movie, I was thinking like I know she's been in something else that I've seen, and I just couldn't pinpoint it till we looked it up.
Yeah, we had to cheat on that because she looked so familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Then you have I guess not another protagonist, but a side character that worked with Samantha at the pizza shop at the beginning. Actually, he's the one that got her the job there. So he's kind of a sleazy guy, but played by AJ Bowen, who is in one of my favorite movies from the past decade, You're Next. I'm telling you, but we gotta review that one just so that you watch it because I love that movie.
I'll give it a shot.
He was pretty funny in this too. Like some of his lines were good. A few other notables. You have where is it? Jeffrey Daniel Phillips. He plays one of the cult members as well. And that's I kept seeing him like I know that guy from somewhere as well, and he's been in a ton of Rob Zombie movies, Lords of Salem, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, something else that I had seen him in recently as well. He was in a couple episodes of Westworld, So he's been out there acting. He doesn't play like a real big part. It was just another one like you see a person you're like, I know that guy from somewhere. And last, a few other, a lot of side characters, a lot of like the cult members don't play too big of a part. Like they're there, but they really don't do much. But the one that I liked, he really hasn't been in anything else, but I just liked it because of his name. The pizza shop owner, Mr. Styles. His name in real life is Skeeta Jenkins.
Skeeta!
From now on, Boog, you're going by Skeeta.
No.
Short for mosquito.
Who's that? Skeeta. Why do you call him Skeeta? Because he's a mosquito.
Actually, I want to talk about this one last character because he has such a small part. He's barely in it, but he had maybe the funniest lines in the movie when he told a story about the first time he went to one of those rich person's houses, and it turned out there was like a huge orgy going on. He snuck in. Mike E. Winfield, he played the character. Does his character have a name? Kareem? But that story was hilarious. Like just, I guess it makes sense. He is a stand-up comedian as well, but that the story I can't remember the specifics, but he was saying like I snuck in a window, everybody was getting it on, they were even getting it on with the frog, and I was hopping around like a frog. I made my best tips, $32. All right, so that's the cast and crew. All right, so quick plot summary here. Main character played by Haley Griffith, Samantha Sam Kraft. It's her first day as a pizza delivery girl. Not going real well for her. She keeps getting stiffed on tips. So a call comes in just outside of their like delivery area, but she decides to take it. It's at a rich neighborhood, hoping that she'd get a good tip. The guy that opens the door stiffs her on the tip as well, so she's frustrated at this point, needs gas money to get home, so she decides to enter the mansion and demand that she gets the tip. But unfortunately, when she goes inside, she interrupts a secret gathering of a satanic covenant led by Danica Ross, played by Rebecca Romaine. The coven includes the guy that opened the door as well as his wife, Gypsy, played by Arden Marin. And they end up capturing her when they realize that she's a virgin. And this plays into the overall story. It turns out that the cult needs a virgin to summon the demon Baphomet, so it can be born into the world. She's locked in a room with Danica's husband, Samuel, and he turns out to be a real creepy, sleazy guy played by Jerry O'Connell. Things start to get weird between them, and he actually pulls a gun on her, but he accidentally shoots himself in the neck. You get a real cool scene with Danica actually pulling his heart out through his neck. But while this is going down, Sam's able to escape. She runs down the street to another mansion where there's a babysitter watching two kids, and it seems like everything's going to be alright, but something seems a little bit off. Turns out that they're part of the covenant as well, and you get a crazy scene with a like 3 foot long like strap-on dildo. Sam's able to like defend herself in this like goofy scene where she knocks out two attackers and saves another woman that was tied up, and it turns out to be Judy, who is the daughter of the main coven lady Danica. And basically from there it leads to how are they going to survive. You find out that Judy was originally going to be the one that was going to be used for the sacrifice, but when she found out, she made sure to lose her virginity. A bunch of craziness goes on. I'm not going to spoil it, but a lot of goofy comedy moments come up, and that's basically your plot summary there. Do a little pro and con action here, Bug. Got some pros, got some cons.
All right.
I thought you were going to start there.
I was going to say, do you want me to start?
Yeah, might as well. I've been doing all the talking here.
I'm just going to get this out of the way. It's a con for me, but it's not a con for everyone because this is more opinion. I am actually not a huge fan of movies like this that involve like devil worshipping, like
Oh,
the demon of hell.
Boog's scared of the devil.
Hey, I'm not scared of the devil. I just I just don't like it. To me, it seems way exaggerated, way overly exaggerated, and just kind of boring. I was bored of this. Like, it just doesn't seem realistic
I
at
mean,
all.
a lot of stuff isn't realistic. That's why it's a movie. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. But I found this movie very entertaining. One of my pros was that it was funny. Their lines actually hit for the most part. So I didn't think like we talked about like in Tucker and Dale. Like if it's a horror comedy but it's not funny, usually when you have that mix, what's going to make or break the film is if the comedy actually works. Because you're falling back on like loose horror there, but I thought the comedy was pretty funny, so it made it overall entertaining experience for me there. But I guess if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea.
Yeah, I prefer Lipton tea.
I'm trying so hard not to lose it on you, Bug.
Hey, I haven't been beat in a while.
Yeah, it shows. Someone needs
Yeah.
to hit you back in line here.
Mm.
Some other pros I got here. I thought the character of Sam, um, played by Haley Griffith, I thought that she did a really good job. Was believable. I know last episode when we were talking about the turning, how Mackenzie Davis really wasn't believable as someone that was in a dangerous, stressful type situation like that because she was almost too strong. Like I felt like Haley Griffith played this role really well. I thought it really fit. Um, she was like, how would I describe it? Like she was scared, but like believably scared. But then she found the strength to do certain things. I don't know. I just thought for the role she did well.
No, I thought you did very well. And the reason why is I feel like I would react very similar in the situation if I was put in it. You know, like I don't know, some kid just like tased me. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat that kid up. Just a cold cock right to the side of the face.
Look, I know you, man. You've beaten little kids up for less.
Yeah, don't steal my lunch money.
Why are
That
they
doesn't make
why are they
sense.
coming to work and taking your money?
Why does my mom
uh,
still give me lunch money every day? I don't know.
I don't know, you need to
I
get
don't
it. You
know.
need to get it together, bud. As well, I also thought Rebecca Romaine as the main bad guy, Danica. There, I thought that she did a really good job. She was really convincing as like a rich, evil type person. So I thought that really, so having two strong like protagonists and antagonists, that it really helps the film in general. So I thought both were strong leads there.
Yeah, for sure. She was believable with her emotions, which I really liked.
Yeah, good
Um,
for her. She's like in her 50s, like she's still smoking hot.
yeah, she still gets it.
That scene with the cocaine was hilarious.
All that was, I oh, it was disgusting. So like that
I liked
that
when she was talking to him on the phone first, like to come over. She was like, "This is AJ Bowen's character." Um, she was telling him like come over or like basically trying to seduce him or whatever, and he was like, "Well, you need me to stop and get like some scented candles?" That would be you, Bug. Instead of just taking the hint, like you're like, do you want me to get you anything?
there's a Chick-fil-A on the way over. You want me to stop and get you a little milkshake or
I
something?
I know, you know what? That is a fair point. No matter what situation, time, like if there's a situation, I call him like I'm about to die, someone's coming after me, Bug, and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna stop at Chick-fil-A." Like definitely, I still want the Chick-fil-A. I understand if you show up late from saving me if you were getting Chick-fil-A. That's
I'll
one exception to the rule.
if I find you dead, I promise I'll spoon feed it to you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, don't mention it.
All right, Bug. What else you got here? Pros, cons.
Pros, cons, I mean, it was hilarious. I will give it that. The lines really did stick. Um, pro acting was good. Con, I did not like. Um, what's her character? Judy, played by Ruby Medine. Medine. I'm just gonna
I
go
was
with
gonna say
that.
Modine, but I could be wrong with Dine.
Yeah. I did not
So
like her character. I thought she was so bland and was just like thrown in there just randomly. I didn't like any of the scenes with her in it. Like I just didn't like her acting in this. And I liked her in um, Happy Death Day. I thought that she was great in them, but in this,
yeah,
I
I mean,
just
she's
did
played
not think
a
it was a
different
strong
role in
performance.
Happy Death Day, where she's almost like a hardworking like college student, like, and here she's like a rich spoiled kid, but then she found out like the cult was gonna sacrifice her. Um, I don't know. I thought she did all right. I thought some of her lines were funny. Some of them like were just like, but I'll give you that for the most part. If any jokes or anything that was supposed to be funny fell flat consistently, it would be with some of the lines that she had. But in general, I thought that she did good. Um,
I didn't get her really. I mean, I understand why she's in there, like to help Sam like get out of the situation. But like when it came to kind of a spoiler, like her calling her mom or the one lady in the cult, like giving her information of where they are, like I was like, why? What's going on here? Like, and to
well,
me,
that's
just it
because you
didn't
can't
make
follow the
sense.
story. That was her. They were setting a trap for them. Like she wasn't turning sides there. She was setting a trap. That was the point to get them to come to the house.
It didn't really do anything.
They killed one of them and then got them all trapped in the one house and gave them a chance to escape. It just so happened that her mother wasn't along with them.
Yeah,
I felt like she was important to the story as well because she without her, um, Sam would have been screwed for the fact that like she didn't know, like Sam herself didn't know the extent of what the cult's powers were, how if they have a piece of your hair or something like that, or all the different demons and monsters they could send out. But speaking of that's one thing that that kind of was a con for me, where because she when um what was Ruby's character's name then? Oh, Judy. Okay. Yeah, one of the like it might be like a little bit of a con, but when Judy like describes all the different things they could send out, like these spirits and different demons to come after them, you only see like a small selection of that. And I get it's like a smaller production, but it's kind of like they teased it, but you got a little bit of it. You got a ghost you really don't see because it's in the sheet. They had it wrapped up in the sheet. Um, there was that tree monster. A couple things like that. So that was a little bit of a con because they teased like all the different things, and you really don't see that many like supernatural creatures coming after them. Um, other than that, I didn't have too many other cons. I thought the ending was pretty weak. I don't know about you. It seemed like it was going to be cool when they built it up with uh, the not no spoilers, but the ceremony not going the way they expected, and then the cult's going to get killed by a different demon. And I thought it was going to be some because even the way the demon describes it, it's going to be like an insane amount of pain. I thought it was going to be all kinds of visceral gore, and they kind of just lay down and die. That was a little bit.
yeah. The other demon, I wish they did something else with. I thought to me it feels like they panicked with her and like, oh, what are we gonna have her be? Just like a ghost that helps out, or is it gonna be another demon? They made it a demon, and I just
I
feel
don't
like
know.
her role wasn't
I
good.
liked it. I thought the setup because it was kind of creepy. Like, did you're expecting this like big demon type thing and like what they do? No spoilers, but I thought that was kind of cool. But then they set it up for a payoff and then it just doesn't happen. It's kind of like, I mean, it happens, but it's like flat, you know? You're expecting some kind of big, like, crazy scene, people getting tore up, and it's like, that's not the way it goes down. So. That was a con for me.
Yeah, I hear you. The ending was weak.
Pros I did have is some of them were kind of cheesy, but I like that old school like '80s kind of cheese. But they for the most part used practical effects, and I thought some of them were really awesome. Like I like the scene where Danica pulls the heart out of her dead husband's neck, like through a hole in his neck. I thought that was pretty cool looking. Um, or some other ones. Uh, the dildo, the giant like strap on like
Oh, dude, that was
drill
so funny.
when it goes through the one person and then she tries to ram Sam with it and she dodges and it goes through the wall and she gets electrocuted.
Oh my god, dude, that was so funny. Like she hears like a moaning. You just see this like half naked lady come out of the room, and she has like a 3 foot long, 10-inch wide, just drilled dildo
So
strapped onto her.
that's actually kind of funny now that you think about it. Do you remember? This is about probably like 8 or 9 years, not even that long ago, probably like 6 or 7 years ago when we first like started online gaming a lot. That was one of your first online names, Drildo.
Oh yeah, Drildo Baggins.
it
Transformation from
all
Dildo Baggins.
it all comes full circle. But
It's
yeah, that
horrible.
that scene was hilarious, and that's where we're introduced to um, Judy's character. So like the two I guess there were two daughters of two of the cult members were going to kill Judy with a 3 foot long drill penis.
That's a new sentence.
Yeah, so like if that's something that sounds interesting to you, like definitely check out the movie because there is some wild things like that in this movie. Um, but that as far as pros cons, that's I actually did have one other one. I didn't look up what it was, but this is a pro and con going together. So the con was I thought that the music in general was underused because they'd have some cool like it would certain parts cut in with like that 80s synth. It's like like a Carpenter style like droning like
Yeah.
bow, and then but for the most part there wasn't that much music in it. So that was a con for me. I thought they should have utilized the music more. But the pro I had that went along with it is I did like the end song they used like right when it was going into the credits. I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was cool. I liked it.
Would you agree that good music in a horror film could is potentially the strongest factor of it?
Oh, 100%. That's so I feel like here you can get away with it a little bit more because it is more of a comedy than a horror. But in general, if you don't have good sound design in a horror movie, it's not going to make it as effective. Like if you look back at something like Jaws, if Jaws doesn't have the musical score that it does, like the movie's not anywhere the same. It doesn't even come close to the heights that it reached. Good sound design and good use of musical cues, 100% could make or break a horror film.
I agree.
All right, I think that's. You got any other pros or cons?
Not really.
All right, that's it. So on to ratings and recommendations. Do you want to go first on this as well?
Yeah, I would. I know you're not gonna like this, but
No,
I'd
it's
rate
up to
it
you.
I'd rate it a 5 out of 10 because
That's
it's not my cup of tea. Um, it was cheesy at times, which made it good, but it was overly cheesy, which made it bad. Some stuff I didn't get in it. Why they did this? Why they did that? Um, and I also felt like they were just like way overpowered. Like the cult was way overpowered in this.
yeah, but that
Um,
kind of makes it more like adds to the direness of their situation. I mean, so that's fair. It's not for you. To you, it's a five. Who do you think would enjoy this though?
That's hard. Um, since it's more, I'd say it's more of a comedy. I'd probably say with a group of friends, something like that. I mean, I really don't know how I'd recommend this to someone. Like if I was having a conversation, it's like, hey, like I just saw this crazy movie, you got to check it out. Like I don't see myself saying that to someone. Um, but I guess just a group of friends hanging out, like all they want to do, like maybe it's a fun drinking game for something, like maybe it can be a good drinking game out of this. I don't know.
So I'm gonna go different than you. I'm not gonna give it some type of crazy score, but I'm gonna give it a 6.9. That's funny.
Oh,
Hey, but
oh, hey!
I thought the biggest compliment I can give this movie is that it was entertaining. It was funny and it was entertaining. And when you look what a movie's made for, like what's the purpose of it? So it was well put together, flowed well, told an interesting story. Um, I liked a lot of the performances in the movie. I think that the type of person that would enjoy this is if you like a horror comedy, this movie is 100% for you. You're not going to be wasting your time watching this. Like you'll enjoy it. It's entertaining. Like that's the comedy works, so it's worth checking out. If you like a satanic cult genres of films, you would enjoy this as well. More definitely 100% more on the parody side than some of those the classic like Grindhouse, like the Daughters of the Devil or something like that. But I think those two demographics, people that enjoy horror comedies and people that enjoy cult satanic type movies, would enjoy this. It does have a lot of that satanic background with the different type of demons like Baphomet. What was the other one? Samarzil or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not real. We're not out here saying demon names, Boog. We're not getting haunted out here today. No, but
What's the date, Kevin?
I think in general, if you like horror comedies or horror films with like satanic cult elements, you would enjoy this one. Um, but other than that, I who wouldn't like it? Um, if you're not into that over the top like lewd type of comedy, I mean, there's a 3 foot long drill dildo in this. If that's not your style, you're not going to enjoy this film. But I think for the most part, this would have a wide audience. And I think the main part would be if you like horror comedies, the style of Tucker and Dale and things like that, you would enjoy your time with this movie. So I'm going with the 6.9. Boog's giving it a 5, and that's your film.
Would Al like this? Because he has said this, and I quote: if Al listens to this, just quoting you, buddy. Al's a pussy.
Yeah, but this movie's not scary. Like there's not jump scares, things like that. Like I think this is a lot along the lines as Tucker and Dale in movies like that. That I think that he would enjoy this film. Actually, after I watched it, I texted him. Um, and I'm sure we'll probably end up watching it, but I think he would enjoy, especially his style of comedy that he enjoys is that more crude, like sexual type stuff like that. So I think he would enjoy this movie.
Hmm.
So if you're like Big Al, you'll like this movie.
Don't don't compare yourself to Big Al.
Oh man, I feel like this one's gonna be a short one,
It
but
it is it is short.
it's flown though. It's the movie's not too long. We're getting more efficient.
It's
But so we're getting down to the end portions here. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, have any films you'd like to see us reviewed or anything at all of that nature, email us at huntershorrorvision@gmail.com. Reach out to us as well on Twitter at HorrorVision. Send us a DM. Check out some of the stuff that we post there sometimes. Um, if you found our podcast, awesome. I mean, I don't know what that means. Of course, you found it if you're listening to us. But if you want to listen to it on any other type of platform, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and even Stitcher. Still have not gotten anyone to listen to it on Stitcher. So be the first. Um, Follow us on those. Like, subscribe. I don't know. Oh, we also have
Like,
we have a
subscribe.
YouTube channel. I think. But do we have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It's
Hunter's Horror Vision.
Hunter's HorrorVision on YouTube. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
asking you, Boog. You don't even know. Yeah. So go on there, like that, comment, subscribe, link. I don't know. That's Boog's thing. He's always talking about linking. I don't know if he knows what that means.
Yeah, it means sharing our shit. We tweet, you share it. We post a video on YouTube, you link it to your group chat.
What's
of your,
this we
your
Boog?
church
We
buddies.
post it. We post it. Do you know? You don't know any of the passwords. None of that. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Password is Hunter's Horror Vision, but in reverse.
Incorrect. Not even close. Anyway, other than that, I think that's the episode for the week. That's about it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, this is a short movie. It's only 80 minutes. I think it's the shortest movie we've watched and reviewed.
I think there was another one that was like 70 some minutes, but yeah, it's up there, or I guess down there. But yeah, it's relatively short, so I'd say check it out. Boog says not to, but at the same time, um, with what we've like talked about, if it seems like it'd be your type of movie, definitely check it out. Other than that, this has been HorrorVision.
I hope you've been informed and still have clean drawers.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, check you later.
Bye.